Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for Black King Crew Season 9, Episode 2. And it's the second episode, and I'm still being entertained. I'm so shocked. This season seems to not be as aggravating as previous episodes in the last, let's say, 2 to 3 seasons on this show. Did they finally get it back to right to how it used to be around seasons 1 through 3? I think so, but we shall still see, okay? But first things first, if you have not done so already, take a moment to do what? Subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Okay, do not forget to also like this video, okay, because it helps YouTube to share our stuff. So like this video. You can also comment in the comment section. Also, you can hit the share button to share it on your social media. Okay. Now, you want to relax, okay? You want to relate, you want to release. So, what you do, you should relax. You should relate and you should release. And make sure to center yourself in anyone and everyone around you because it helps, okay? Do not forget to also inhale and exhale because it helps you to calm down in the crazy moments, okay? And we can also remember to follow me on social media at J_Lees_corner. The link is in the description. The link is in the description box below, as well as it's right here. Okay, it's right here. My Cash App is also right here. If you want to bless me, go ahead and do that. Anyway, we're going to move on from that. So this episode started right where the last one left off with Walt, Ted, and C's at the tattoo shop. And Walt is admitting to them that he did use his fingers to steal money from the shop. Yes, Walt admitted to taking money out of the register to handle personal business, that he was going to put the money back, once he was able to do so. I'm like, that's called stealing, Walt. Even though he keeps saying, I did not break in the shop, I did not do that, but I did steal money. I'm like, bruh, it's the same thing. Now he brings up how, I guess, supposedly the week he stole the money, the following week is when someone broke in. So I'm like, really? So you was stealing last week, and this a whole other person was stealing the following week. I'm like, what? It's just not looking good, okay? It's just not. Now, Walt, as he's admitting to stealing from them, he is completely shocked and flabbergasted that they're accusing him of breaking into the place. I'm like, if you stole money from the register, it's just like breaking in. I mean, you may not have broke through the door, but you still stole from them. Okay, you it's the same thing. Okay, but I guess he said like, well, let me admit to taking money. That's easy thing. I'm not going to admit to like leaving it open and coming in at that point in time. I'm like, it's no. I can't believe they're trying to blame me for breaking in. I'm looking like, but you stole. And I feel so bad because I like Walt, and I'm hoping there's some kind of explanation. I'm hoping they figure out that somebody else stole or whatever. Because they were all on the like little tell-all thing that was on VH1, and they didn't address this, but that does not mean that they wasn't pissed at Walt for stealing back in the day. So I don't know, but I mean, he's admitting to taking money out the register. Now I'm like, nigga, you stole before, so what's the difference? Anyway, Ted, like, that's embezzlement. I'm like, embezzle? Embezzle? Embezzle. Come on, Dr. Black China. Anyway, he like, that's embezzlement. And it's true. When you take money from your job, that's called embezzling it because you're taking money from your job and putting it somewhere else for your own personal use. That's literally embezzlement, okay? Now, Ted said, like, usually I want to beat the person's ass who stole from us, but it's Walt. So I'm hurt, okay? He's like, look, all the evidence points to you, Walt, that you admitted to stealing the money. The person on camera looks like you. We can't see the face of it all, but it's your body, it's your walk, it's your stance. It seems like it was you all up with you. So we need you to stay the fuck from around here until we make some kind of final decision. Now, C's like you prove it ain't you. Okay, if you I don't want his shit. I don't want to hear nothing. Okay, prove that it wasn't you. Other than that, get the fuck out my shop. Now, C's had his standard flipping out, yelling, cussing, fussing about it or whatever, but he had every right to do that because Walt admitted to stealing. Had Walt said, "Man, I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing. Y'all, that ain't me." They couldn't have been so upset, but he admitted to doing something. I think which made them more upset because you're admitting that you still plotted to take from them and not ask. And I'm like, how bad is Walt doing that he's stealing? That he's borrowing money. Now, again, we have to remember too, this happened during the pandemic. So he could have really been strapped for cash. I'm not sure. But I'm like, do they, and on these shows, they don't make a lot of money. They make their money doing other shit, which they then could not do because what? Of the pandemic. This also, in my opinion, can be a point trying to show how hard some people had it during the pandemic, and it can be a whole redemption story. I don't know, but I would never want to be labeled a thief on national television for a fucking storyline. I would not want to do that. But anyway, he pissed off. And what leaves. And now is other people in the tattoo shop as this is happening. This isn't an empty shop. It's like clients in there. I think maybe two artists like see it because it was not a quiet conversation. No, 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 no. Loud voices. So they heard them accusing Walt of robbing the 125th store. I was like, girl, look, this trifecta, I was like, what is y'all doing? No, don't have a conversation here. No. Okay, anyway. So again, Walt leave out, and that's that. Now we then get to meet newbie Spider. Okay, Spider is the lead tattoo artist of the Brooklyn shop. He's been working with C's for about 3 to 4 years. Before that, he had his own tattoo shop. That did not work out, but he likes working with C's. He's learned a lot from C's about business and this and that or whatever, and his loyalty runs deep because of how much C's has helped him over the years. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Now he was born in Trinidad, he was raised in Brooklyn or whatever. Now he seems really extra, but I like him. Not extra in a bad way, just like he got some flair, like he believes in himself or whatever. He's just real snazzy with it or whatever, but he seems cool too. So I don't know how that's gonna go. Now he did a tattoo cover up. A lady had a scar on her leg, and this was the cover up he did to cover the scar. It's nice, a little butterfly, a little color, little shading. I mean, it's way better than what Donna do. Now the lady came in asking for the best tattoo artist in the shop. He said, that's me, because I'm a lead tattoo artist, which made Crystal a bit upset. I'm like, Crystal, calm down, girl. As he said, I'm the lead artist, so am I not supposed to believe myself? It's weird to me when someone gets upset that somebody calls themselves the best. Is he supposed to not believe in himself? I mean, him saying he's the best to him don't mean that you're not the best to you, but I'm going to leave that be. But again, he did a great job. Okay, great tattoo. I like it. I'm happy they're adding artists to the show who actually tattoo because we missed that. It's a tattoo show. Show some tattoos, okay? So boom, pow, pow, new guy Spider was Spider. So we do see Puma at home talking with Kwani because he one wants to tell her about the break-in at the shop, and he like, somebody broke in the shop. It looks as if it was an inside job because someone left the door open, okay, for someone to come in and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So we think of someone who or whatever. Who do you think worked that day? And she was like, well, maybe Crystal, but I don't think y'all believe Crystal that to close up because again, whoever left the door unlocked would have to be someone they trusted to close up. And she's like, oh, probably wasn't Crystal, it wasn't so and so, wasn't so and so. She was like, what? He was like, yep. She was like, no. Again, no one wants to believe that Walt is out here stealing from the ink of the crew, okay? And anyway, but again, He said yes, it seems as if it's him, but we want to still figure out and make sure it's him. At this point, Puma has not seen the video footage that Ted and Cease has seen. Puma still wants to give Walt the benefit of the doubt. Like, I don't think it's him. Right now, y'all just think it's him. Y'all think it's him, but we don't know. Okay, boom, pow, pow. He then talks to her a little bit on a little personal note that he wants to go to therapy. Okay, he brings up how, with the pandemic, with the, lives being taken too soon in the world, with all the crazy that's going on, George Floyd, and all that, and just so the pandemic, the being stuck in the house, the brutal murders of people, all of that stuff is weighing heavy on his mental being. He realizes that he may need to talk to someone, even, what being accused of breaking into things or whatever, all that is kind of building up, and he's realizing he needs to talk to someone because he's feeling some kind of way. And I love that he was able to talk to his wife and say, I need some help. Okay. Not that I'm going crazy, not that I'm having any kind of weird thoughts, but I'm having these emotions and these feelings and these thoughts that I know I need to express. Okay. And not only that, I want to see a black therapist, a black man perhaps, because I feel as if they will understand me better than a white person. And that is very true. I've always said, like, um, at my job, my boss happens to be white, and I've had two, because I've been at my job now for 6 years. I've had two black bosses, direct managers over me, and I've had two Caucasian people. Okay, and I can say I've been lucky to have great managers. However, my current manager, who's a white woman, some things you just don't get. Like, sometimes when I'm just in a mood because something crazy has happened in the world, she don't get it because she's not walking around living in fear. So I definitely agree with you. I always want to be able to talk to someone who understands how you feel, because they go through the same feeling at times and everything. So I think that's a good thing. And Kwani 100% supported him and him talking to someone to get his mental health together and everything. Now, we do see him talking to therapists, and I don't want to get too far into it, but he has fears because he is a black man in America, born of a broken home, and he is trying to be the man of his household. And because of those reasons, he's having issues. But he also expresses his feelings or whatever. It was a great conversation, but I don't want to dig too deep into it because, again, that ain't what we're here for. But again, I appreciate them showing a black man getting counseling from what? Another black man, a black man trying to help another black man. So that to me is amazing. I'm happy they showed that. We're gonna move on from there. Now, we then see Crystal and Rock, who are both tattoo artists. They were on last season as well. I think they may have been on the past 2 seasons. I know they were at least last season, but it may have been two. I'm not sure. But they dating now. Okay, they've been messing around for they dating the fucking same thing. Okay, now they've been messing around for 6 months. He brought up how, like, they liked each other a little bit, last season when they were both working in the same shop. But the pandemic happened, quarantine happened. They could not be around each other. But during quarantine, they was texting each other back and forth, and they was having a good time texting and whatever. When quarantine was lifted, they spent some time together, and now they fucking. Okay. And they say they in love. I was like, oh, it's the new Donna and Alex. I mean, but they both good tattoo artists, where Donna don't tattoo that well. But I'm happy they are allowing other casts to have authentic storylines. I think that's great. We had too much of the rah-rah BS from before. Like, I'm happy Sky gone, because Sky was always in some mess. And when she had real shit going on, it got too messy. So again, I'm happy to see some kind of realistic things going on between the crew. They make a cute couple. So we'll see how long it lasts and whatnot. Now, they also do not want people to know they're dating at the shop. Okay, they brought up how when they were talking and they were working at 125th, it was easy for them to not have anyone else know, because no one else was working there with them. So they were able to hang out together, talk a lot together, get to know each other without having to worry about being found out by anybody else. But now they are at the Brooklyn shop and there's more people there, it'll be harder for them to date and no one know. So he wants everyone to know. Let's shot her in the mountain tops. And she's like, nah, it'll get messy if the shop gets involved, opinions get involved, and that's true. And so she wants to keep the secret, but only while they at work. Like we can be together, or outside of the shop, we can do whatever outside of work. We good. We can be out and proud or whatever. But in the shop, I do not want us to operate as a couple in the shop. That's smart. She's smart. Um, you have to move differently when you work somewhere that's known for people just fucking each other, and you don't want anyone to mess up what y'all have made already. And the fact that she said, "I love him, so I don't want to mess it up." She's smart. I like it. Anyway, we then see Puma, and it was Puma, Ted, C's, and also Feezy. Feezy is the Brooklyn shop manager. He's also C's cousin. So Puma and Feezy meet up with Ted and C's at the 125th shop outside because they want to show Puma and Feezy the foot of the person who broke into the shop. Again, Puma and Feezy have not seen it just yet. So again, we're going to let them watch the information on the screen and whatnot. So when they watch it, Puma's like, oh no. When Puma made that, like, oh no, I was like, damn, that's what. Because both he and Feezy both said, I know him. Damn, that's what. And I was like, but he do say, I wish I could see his face because I can't see the face. But the walk, the mannerisms, it 100%, that's what. And it's hard because when you know someone, you know how they are on camera, even if you don't see their face. And so, it's fucked up. Now, they then tell Puma and Feezy, well, Puma, he did admit, Walt did admit to stealing money out of the register, but he denied breaking in. He was like, what? Are you serious? What? So Puma and them, I can't believe this shit. I thought for sure it wasn't him. But you can't admit that right before the place was broken into, you were stealing money. So they go into the shop and then they like, so like the door that you see bolted or whatever, that was left unlocked. Then upstairs, the door was like jimmied open, which was crazy. See, then bring up how he had money stashed like behind the wall. That money was gone. He brought up how the gold cap teeth or whatever they had like on fake teeth was missing. So this thing that was gone, and then other things that was like wall stuff was also gone. But again, they was like people, whoever it was someone who knew what things were, and it had to be somebody who worked there within behind the scenes of things. Like you can't just come and get a tattoo and then know where this stuff was. You had to have been, just some inside job. I was like, damn, it's just not looking good at all. Now Puma, it's like him saying, but what if maybe I just wonder why he did. I want to know why. I want to talk to him to figure out what happened. I'm like, he stole the money, Puma. I'm Puma. Puma. Look at me, Puma. He stole the money. Okay, the fact that it had to be is either Puma or well, maybe Puma did it. Maybe Puma know what didn't do it because Puma did it. I don't know. Anyway, C's like, I'm done with Walt. I'm done. I'm done, done. He banned from the shop. And Ted said, we can't forget no thief. And the way Walt went about it, you can't trust him. Truthfully, you can't. Or it's gonna take a long time for him to get the trust back because of what he did and whatnot. Okay, boom, pow, pow. Now we do see Bay. Okay, we didn't see Bay last episode. We see Bay at her own tattoo shop. She's had her own shop for 12 years. Okay, she brings up how she kept her own shop off the show, off camera, because that's her safe space. And I was like, but we knew she had a shop. So I'm not surprised. Anyway, so Ted come by to see her. Excuse me. And he like, why didn't you come to the shop? See, send a little message or whatever. What's going on? And then she's like, what? I've been sick. I didn't tell anybody. She brings about she was suffering from the breast implant illness, and that happens to a lot of women who have these random sickness symptoms like this. It's like headaches. You can be nauseous. You can have aches and pains. It's weird. Body aches, all these different things, and people usually did not know what it was. And I only know about it because a family I watch on YouTube called the Levine Life, but I think called something different. But again, the wife had it. And she had to get her breast removed. So Babe was like, she had been sick, did not tell anybody, and she went and had her breast removed, her breast implants. It comes when you have not bad, it comes from implants that some kind of way is poisoning your body and it makes you sick. So she had the breast implants removed 3 weeks ago because she's like, I don't want to die. I got a whole son. So I've been recovering from that. And that's why I've been kind of MIA. But she's better now, but she's still recovering. And he asked her, well, are you coming back to the shop? And she's like, well, I'm trying to, figure things out or whatever. I'm going, keep healing. And I'll let you know later. I think Bay don't want to come back to tattoo, but she also don't want to leave the show because again, show money can still help her tattoo shop. But I'm not, girl, do both. Now we then see a whole big meeting at the Brooklyn shop. And we see again, C's, Ted. We didn't see Feezy's face at all. I think he wants to be off camera a little bit more. But, and it's called the New York right now. But again, C's, Ted, Puma, Feezy, and C's, Ted, Puma, Feezy, have everyone meet up and they tell them about the shop being robbed, okay? And then they like, what? I can't believe it. I can't because again the shop that was robbed, they all don't work at that location or whatever. But anyway, they then see how Walt admitted to stealing money from the register, but that he did not break in the store. So they then show them the footage to say what do they think of the person seen at night going in the building and then coming out with a trash bag. And then they're like, damn. Again, oh no, it's what they all think is what they all also say, but we can't see his face, so we don't know. Boom, pow, pow. Crystal, boom, and Rock. Then so I said, well, I guess it's time to tell the secrets. So she then brings up how, because in the video, she's like, well, he had on them same clothes the day after the robbery. So the clothes the man had on in the video, she's like, those are the clothes he had on the following day because she worked at that shop. And then she brings up how at times Walt would short her or them on tattoos and he would pocket the money. Rock then said, well, yeah, we would tell him a certain price that we charge the client for a tattoo. For instance, I charge my client $1,200. He would write down 100 and pocket the other three. And I was like, damn. So I was like, who do that? Okay. But she brings about she did not want to tell these when it happened because she didn't want to be caught having to prove it. Because at that point in time, Walt, was one of the boys. Like, I can't snitch on him and cause bullshit because how do I know they won't just believe Walt over me? So I just didn't say anything. That's fucked up that she felt like she couldn't snitch on a thief because of his relationship with the boss. That's bad. Okay. And I'm like, But she's like, now that all this is coming out, let me be honest and put it all on the table. She also brings up how the day before the break-in, both of them said the day before Walt came in drunk. It was the day off. He was not supposed to be there. He came in the day before and was counting the money in the register. And then he left. And I was like, and everyone's like, damn, I can't believe it. Can't believe it. And C's like, I'm just taking it so hard because again, we've known him for 20 damn years. Like we've known this man for 20 years. And so It's fucked up, but Walt is banned from the shop. He can't be here. I don't want any of y'all talking to him, around here or whatever, because again, he on some bullshit. Now, I don't think C's has the right to tell them don't talk to Walt, but you can say don't talk to him while on my property. Don't talk to him while you working here. Whatever y'all do off camera, whatever, cool, but don't have that motherfucker around me. Done. Okay. And Puma like, well, I'm worried. What if something's wrong? Okay. Because what's he doing with his money? And I also say, yeah, what is he? Because he borrowed money from Donna, stole money from them. Okay. What is he doing? And he said maybe he drinking too much. They're like, no, like drinking don't cost that much money. Like it's something else going on and we don't know what or whatever. But again, it don't matter. He on some bullshit. And they then asked, what do you do? Does his wife know? Does Jess know? And I think they said she gonna find out because he can't be here no more. Crystal then said at one point Walt was in the shop drunk with some girl. So she then said he's probably cheating on us. I said, not cheating not cheating on the wife. Puma then meets up with Walt outside of the old 113th location that's not closed. And Walt still denies breaking in the shop, but he do say, look, I did alter the price on the tattoos. This is where I said, Walt, you probably did that shit. Because he admitted to one thing when being accused of something else. He was accused of breaking in. Well, I didn't break in, but I did steal the money. Now he's saying, well, I didn't break in. I did take money from the register, and I also did take money from tattoos. So little by little, he's admitting to what he did. No, the fact that he didn't admit that before lets me know is other things he did that he took money from that he's just not saying yet. Okay, and it's fucked up because you weren't honest and truthful from the beginning. Damn it, man. You took money from the register and changed prices of the tattoos to pocket money. So you were taking money from the company itself and from the artist. Fucked up. Okay, I was stressed. I was stressed out. With dealing with COVID, I wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? I was facing jail time because I wasn't paying child support because I wasn't making money. So I was stealing. To do this and do that to pay for stuff. And Poom's like, you can't. That's the fucked up part. You can't blame child support on stealing or yeah, you can't blame stealing on you on child support. You can't do that. Like what you did was fucked up. Period. Okay, and you should have just asked us or said something. Now he then said, "Well, I reached out to Cease beforehand. I was trying to talk to someone, but it was hard." He's like, yeah, but he was like, I don't know. Now Puma then said, it's looking like Walt did it. I was hoping he had some kind of proof that he did not do it, but it's looking more and more like he did do it because he was in a bad spot. It don't make it right, but you're making excuses as to why you did these two bad things, but you don't want us to believe you did the other bad thing that happened at the exact same time. It's crazy. And it's not like someone broke in and like broke in. The door was left unlocked when you were the one supposed to lock the door. Now, could he have been so drunk and forgot? He could, but who think on that day to go rob the place and know where to go? Girl, it just don't look bad. It don't look good. And Walt, like, you know what I'm saying? I know I fucked up or whatever, and then Puma, how you did. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up because C don't want to talk to you. You are banned from the shop. You know what I'm saying? It's like you lost your brothers because of this bullshit or whatever. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. But he brings up how he just hope that time will allow them to talk later. I'm like, girl, and that's how it goes off. Damn it, Walt. I don't want to believe it, but it's like he's admitting to stealing. And my thing is, if you rob the register and skim money off the tattoo artist, you will for sure break in and think it ain't no big deal because you didn't do shit. Like I didn't break nothing. You know what I'm saying? The one door was messed up, but you can make that back. Anyway, we'll see what happens next week. I am on done. Hope y'all enjoyed. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.